We've got a great lineup. We've got Paula Hawkins, who's the girl on the train, was a huge hit, her crime novel. She's going to be talking about the filming of that. That film comes out in October, so it's perfect timing for us. We've got Daisy Goodwin, who's spoken before, and A.M. Wilson, both of whom are experts on Queen Victoria. Daisy has written the new ITV drama about the young Queen Victoria, and so our opening event at Chiswick House is going to be the two of them speaking. We'll have clips from the series, but also Queen Victoria came to Chiswick House on several occasions. So I've been going through her diaries and finding out what she thought of Chiswick House. There's a wonderful picture of a royal garden party at Chiswick House, which we'll be able to put on display. We've got a lot of comics this year. Andy Hamilton, who's very well known to people from Radio 4 and Have I Got News for You, his first novel is out. Mark Watson, another comic writer, and of course the two Ladybird or mock Ladybird authors, the how-to books. They're speaking. It'll be the first time they've ever spoken at a book festival, so a lot of comedy as well.
Torin, can you tell me how did the book festival come about?
Well, we always thought it must be easy to run a book festival, particularly in Chiswick. If you can't run a book festival in Chiswick, where can you do it? And because we've been running the Bedford Park Festival for many years at St Michael and All Angels, and because we had book events there, we thought, well, we've got the church, we've got the hall, it can't be that difficult. So the vicar and I, Father Kevin Morris and I said, right, we'll do a book festival. And that was in 2007. And we were all set to go, and suddenly Ealing Council, in their wisdom, decided that they too would run a book festival, but they put theirs in tents on the green outside St Michael and All Angels. And because you didn't want to in September, we decided we'd throw in our lot with them, and when they retreated, we started doing our own thing. So we've been going now, this is our 8th year.
Tell me about some of the authors that you've had at the festival.
Well, we thought we'd start slowly. When we began in 2009, I thought, let's go slowly. But our partners in this, who were Jax Thomas and Malcolm Edwards, who are very well connected in the book industry, their idea of starting small was Antonia Fraser, Jacqueline Wilson, Michael Frayn, Anthony Horowitz. And we thought, how on earth are we ever going to follow that? But what you realise is there are lots and lots of authors, and a lot of them have books out every September. So we're never going to run out. So we've had Max Hastings several times, we've had A.M. Wilson several times, we've got all sorts of regular authors running the gamut through history, through fiction, through comedy, through food and wine. We really do try and fit in everybody. And luckily, because we're in Chiswick, we're relatively easy to get to. Most of the authors say yes.
So what do you think it is about Chiswick that has made the book festival so successful? Why does it work so well in Chiswick?
People in Chiswick are very well read, and they are very grateful to us for bringing all these wonderful authors to them. And that is one of the most satisfying things. When you have an absolutely packed church or a packed hall with an author who really knows their stuff and speaks brilliantly, the audience come out just buzzing. And we had that last year with Max Hastings and with Vince Cable and several of the others. And people are very grateful, and they say it, and I think that's what makes it all so worthwhile, that you're bringing authors and readers together. And the other thing is we're doing it in aid of charity. We're doing it in aid of 3 reading charities, and over the past 8 years we've raised £50,000 for 3 charities and for St Michael and All Angels, which runs it.
So we've come to your house today to have a bit of a snoop around and see what you read. What do you enjoy reading in your spare time when you pick up a book?
I think the big confession is, despite all the books around us, I don't read nearly as much as I should, considering I run a book festival. I don't seem to have enough time, but when I relax, I really like spy novels, and at the moment I'm working my way through all the James Bond books by Ian Fleming. There's a box set that we've got, and people forget, because of the films and how overwhelming they are, that actually the books were very, very well written and are of their period, the 50s and 60s, and are certainly well worth a read. But I also like Charles Cumming, who came to us a few years ago for our Spies on Sunday section. He's coming back this year, but the great coup he's got is that Colin Firth has just signed, his company has signed for him to play one of Charles Cumming's characters. So hopefully that's going to be another big Chiswick event when that film comes out.
look forward to that then. It's really your wife Carol who is a big reader in this house, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, Carol reads enough for 5 or 6 of us. She's a voracious reader. She's taught literature for many years and so on. And as I say, a lot of these books she has read, and I certainly haven't.